Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening. To you I say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson on the brother Khadashia from the GMS Chicago camp, coming back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson, as you can see, is Don't Be Dead Weight in Your Camp. And something you have to recognize, man, is that if you understand this truth and the Lord has given you the ability to teach, that means you've been given the gift, you've been given a talent, right? And the scriptures tell us to not neglect the gift. Because, look, man, this thing that we have, this truth that we have been blessed with, right? It said, let me just get it. This is the book of 1 Timothy 4 and 14. It says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery, which is the body of elders. So, hey man, ultimately you're not supposed to neglect the gift. You see, when you start to neglect the gift, you're basically you're slowing down your growth. You're staggering your growth, man. You're not allowing yourself, to really contribute to the camp. And this ministry, right, this work, it requires you to bring something to the camp, man. You can't just come into this truth and expect brothers to just fix your life for you, man. When the Lord gives us this truth, it's so you could what? So you could repent, man. So you could work out your salvation with fear and trembling, man. Hey, the Lord, once you come into this truth, you become a real man. Hey, before this truth, man, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I wasn't really a man. You see, I came into this truth when I was 17 years old, man, going on to 18. I never had a job. If I'm being honest, and I remember, quick testimony, right? I remember when I first came into the truth, which was around the age of 17, and I was about to turn 18. I remember as soon as I turned 18, man, I remember my mother, she basically told me, now that you're 18, you got to start paying bills, you got to start paying this, you got to start paying that. Basically that... That made me a little mad. I was like, man, what? I got to pay bills. I got to do, So then what did I do? I went to go ask counsel from a brother. I was like, I remember I asked a brother and I basically hit him up and was like, hey, my mom, like, she's making me pay bills and she's making me do this and she's making me, man, like, do I really got to do this? Woo, woo. And I remember the brother... Hey man, I remember the brother rebuked the fuck out of me, man. He said, man, you better pay them bills. You better get a job, Hawk. Hey, and I remember too, he said, if you're going to be part of this ministry, you got to work, man. Hey, you can't be in this ministry and just be dead weight in your camp, because here it is, one of your responsibilities as a man, you got to handle your business, man. Not only carnally, but spiritually and all around, just handle your business as a man. And when you come into this truth, man, this truth is going to force you to, really become a man. And it's going to be very uncomfortable, man, because I'm telling you right now, when I first came into this truth, man, it was uncomfortable. You see, I had to literally, become a man, be born again. I literally had to let go of that old man and become somebody new. And when you do that, man, look, it allows you to actually contribute to the camp. Salaki if I'm rambling, but hey, man, now that you have a talent, now that you have this truth, the scripture says, come not empty before the Lord. Let me get that real quick. This is the book of, let me see. It says, come not empty before... Salaki, let me see, says right here, Sirach 35:4, it says, thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord. So, hey, man, you're not supposed to appear empty before the Lord. And, you know, spiritually, if you're not putting in the work, if you're not putting up your lessons, if you're not ultimately, you know, if you're not really involved in this ministry, man, and you're really dead weight to your camp, you're basically coming empty before the Lord, man. Because now that you have a talent and the Lord has given you that gift of faith, we have the ability to really bring something to the table, man. You can't just come empty-handed anymore, man. You have something to actually contribute to your camp. That's also why it's very important to pray to the Lord and really ask him what your lot is, man. Because a lot of guys, they come into this truth and, you know, they spend a lot of time, like, really, you know, which it takes time, right? It takes time, you know, to really find your place in the camp. But when you find out what your lot is, man, you're supposed to, hey, man, go hard in it, man. If you're the camp sign holder, you better be the rawest camp sign holder, man. If you're a cameraman, you better be the best cameraman that a cameraman could be, man. If you're a teacher, hey, man, teach to the best of your ability, man. Hey, man, look, now that we have this truth, we have the ability to actually offer something to the Lord, man. The Lord has given you a gift. He's giving you the talent, man. You're not supposed to come empty before the Lord. You're not supposed to be dead weight in your camp. Now you actually have something to contribute, man. Because look, it says right here, Ephesians 4:7, it says, but unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Hamashiach. It says, wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive and gave gifts unto men. So why did he give gifts unto men? Why did he, through the Spirit, bless certain men with gifts, right? What's the reason for the Lord giving us a talent, right? What's the reason for that, man? It says right here, let's keep reading. Verse 9, it says, now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. Now this is the point. It says, and he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. And that's the reason why the Lord gave gifts unto men. That's the reason why the Lord gave you a talent, man. So you could put in the work, man. So you could actually contribute something to the table, man. Think about that. That's actually heavy, man. Hey, look, man. You actually, if the Lord gave you a gift, man, you actually have something to contribute. You actually, you could actually do the work of the ministry. You can actually edify the body. You can actually do those things, man. Now it ain't about, you can't just come empty, man. Now you got something to offer. You see? That's why, hey, man, if the Lord gave you a talent, don't be dead weight in your camp. Put in the work, man. Bring something to the table, man. And also the Passover is coming up, man. Like, we really got to have that Passover mentality. We really got to be in that mind frame to put in the work, man. To really put in that work. Because this ministry, this is our mercy, man. Hey, this is everything to us. This is our salvation, man. The work that we're doing. You wouldn't want to go hard for that? Look, man. When everything is said and done, look, you're gonna be happy that you put up all those lessons, man. You see, you're gonna be happy that you put in all those hours reading, man. That you studied, that you did the work, that you actually made those sacrifices necessary to serve the Lord, man. You see? Because look, man, guys that are just dead weight, and eventually the Lord, hey, man, the Lord, look, man, the Lord didn't wake you up so you could just neglect the gift, and it says put it away in a talent, or put away the talent away in a, or put away or hide the talent in a napkin, man. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that. Look, man, the Lord did not give you this gift so you could put it away, man. All right? He really gave us this so we could contribute. All right? But it says right here, Salakia. I'm trying to let the train pass by. But it says right here, this is Matthew 25, and I'm gonna just get straight to the point. This is Matthew 25 and 24. It says, then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. And when, hey, look, man, when everything is said and done, the Lord's not going to want to hear no excuses, man. He's going to really ask you, what did you do? We're going to have to give an account for everything that we did. We're going to have to, 2 Corinthians 5 and 10 says that we're all going to have to stand before the mercy seat of the Lord, right? And receive all the things that we did in our body, whether good or bad, man. You see? So when that time comes, Lord don't want to hear no excuses, man. You better give him your money. He gave you that talent so you could flip it, man. The Lord wants his money, bro. He's not going to want to hear no excuses, man. And if you, look, man, if you didn't contribute anything, if you were just hiding the talent, if you knew this truth and you weren't putting the work in, man, what do you think is going to happen to you, man? You think the Lord is going to come save you, man? You think the Lord is going to come deliver you, man? Nah. Look, man, if you have a talent, if you have a gift, if you have the ability to teach this word, do not neglect the gift, man. Don't be dead weight in your camp. Contribute something, man. It don't always have to be money. Although we do have to work with our own 2 hands and work and, be able to help like that. But, hey, man, you also got to be able to, give counsel to brothers, how to be, how to actually listen to brothers, how to comfort brothers, man, how to be there for a brother, man. You got to have charity within this truth, man. And one of the most charitable things that you could do is give the truth to a brother, man. You see? But if you neglect the gift, if you're dead weight in the camp, how's the Lord going to use your vessel, your body, to push the word, man? To comfort brothers, man. Ultimately use you to really, contribute to the camp. If you're not putting in the work, you got to get your hands dirty, man. You got, like the scripture says, as it was your mind to go astray from God, so be in return seeking 10 times more. You got to acknowledge the Lord in all your ways, man. Really, for real. You really got to, look, man, when you start doing that, the Lord is really going to, he's going to see that and really use you, man. Really work with you. It says, draw nigh unto the Lord, and he's going to draw nigh unto you. Cleanse your hearts, ye sinners. Hey, man, so your mind, look, man. You got to get close to the Lord, man. You do that by not neglecting the gift. You do that by actually putting in the work. You do that by actually getting your hands dirty and doing what's required of you, man. Not being a dead weight in the camp. When you're dead weight, look, man, eventually that fat has to get cut off, man. Any dead weight, hey, look, man. In a movie when when the ship is sinking, and while the ship is sinking, everybody's fucking, hauling ass, trying to, throw things off the boat. So, they're throwing dead weight off the boat so they don't fucking die, man. You don't want to be that dead weight that's being thrown off the camp, man. Spiritually, you don't want to be that dead weight that gets cut off because, you're not bringing nothing to the table, man. You don't want to be that guy. That, it doesn't feel good to be that guy. I'm not, because I remember right here in GMS Chicago, there used to be, a guy, right? I'm not going to say his name, but when it came to doing his lessons, when it came to doing, things that were required of him within the camp, he was, it was crickets. You know, nothing would happen. You know, it would just be quiet. You know, he wouldn't really, you know, be there, you know. But when he needed money, when he was in a situation, when he was through, then he would go into the group chat, and then he would ask brothers, and then he would be on point, and then he would do. Look, man, you don't want to be that guy, man. Because eventually, you know, look, man, brothers are kind, man. Brothers really have that brotherly love, and they're gonna help you, man. You know, bros really are gonna help you if you're in a jam. Brothers are really gonna come through for you if you're really in a low condition, man. But it comes to a point where, you know, brothers are not dumb, man. You know, you know, if a guy's not working, man, it's almost like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You don't have a job. You're not contributing nothing in the camp. You're not putting up lessons. You're not reading. What are you doing, bro? You're not putting the work carnally or spiritually, man. What the fuck? How is the Lord gonna trust you with anything, man? You can't even handle, you know, be faithful over the little things. How is he gonna trust you over the bigger things, man? Think about that, man. Don't be dead weight in your camp, man. You know, cut that off and really put in the work, man. Don't hide that talent. Don't neglect the gift, man. Contribute. You see? You know, so with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone taught us truth. Shalom and Kwam Yasharala.